Well, during a recession, I think that typically what will happen is that you're going to have a lot of more value customers. And these are the people who begin to pay attention to prices and certainly that they want their money go further and when they make purchases. And so given that the consumers become more price sensitive, obviously that you probably do have to sort of do something about pricing. But even there, typically the firms will make many different mistakes. Number one mistake you will make is that you probably think that everybody become more value conscious, everybody become more price sensitive. That's not necessarily the case. Even during the recession, you know that some people are going to do better, and some people are going to going to do worse. And so given that, it doesn't mean that you want to uniformly cut the price and during the economic recession. Okay, so that's the first mistake that people would make. The second mistake that people will make is that even if consumers become more price sensitive, it doesn't mean that you should cut the nominal price. Right? There are many things you could do. For instance, that you could increase the size. That's what the P&G does all the time, right? Because if you lower the price, and what will happen over time is that it's very difficult for you to raise the price. Consumers are more than happy to accept lower price. But if you raise price, if you get used to the low price, you raise price, obviously they're not going to be very happy about that. And so given that, and many companies will decide that I'm going to give you more for the same money, and but I'm going to maintain that price perception. And companies actually do something like that. In fact, it is the case that you need to become aware of the fact that any kind of a price promotion you do today will have a long-term consequences. Okay, and the long-term consequence would be that you probably will train the customers to buy on sale, for instance, and consumers' perception of your brand may be affected simply because you lower the price. A lot of more people are going to buy the product. If everybody wear the same thing, for instance, for the high fashion brand, okay, you wear something, let's say Ralph Lauren shirt or something costs like $60, and if you lower the price to like $30, let's say, and a lot of more people are going to wear it. And that next time around, of course, you as a customer, you don't feel special anymore wearing that, right? So that could destroy your brand too. So that's why normally for high fashion goods, you normally don't do the price discounting that aggressively. Now, when you talk about the price is just basically the amount of money you pay for a given unit of the product with a certain quality, certain delivery at a certain point in time, and so on and so forth, right? So if you actually write out the definition for the unit price, you realize that there are just so many things you could do to change the unit price. Right? Delivery time could be shortened, or the quality could be higher, lower, whatever, and you can all change the unit price. And so during the economic recession, you can imagine that if you want to change the price, you can do it in many different ways. You just basically have to examine in your industry what would be the best way to lower the price. I think a couple of good examples would be that you go to the grocery store, and nowadays that they do give you bigger size and maintain the same price. And they will tell you that detergent, no, you have a 20% more detergent or something like that. Right? And the container is a little bit bigger. In fact, when they want to raise the price over time, what they do, they shrink the container. So you see that in that particular industry, when people really pay attention to the prices, and they have a certain mental price points, and in that kind of industry, you basically have to change the size instead of changing the amount of money that you collect from the customers. In fact, for the longest time, a lot of people arguing that in the auto industry, one of the things that really hurt the American manufacturers is the fact that they offer more and more rebates, the cash rebates. Right? When you offer cash rebates, obviously that is a very inefficient way to induce consumer purchases. The reason is because a dollar to you is a dollar to the customer. And there is nothing really that get created in the process, in the exchange process. But if you look at some of the import car manufacturers, in fact, the Japanese are known for offer some of the options. Right? If you buy the car, if you don't really like the price, I'm not going to cut the price, but I'm going to offer you like a free, let's suppose, copy, free, let's suppose, DVD player or something. And if you do that, obviously that it costs manufacturer much less than what it means to the consumer. So you do create something in the process. I think that kind of example, if you pay attention, you just see everywhere.